So guys, I'm Brandon with Brandon's Kitchen Chronicles. Today we're making stuffed bell peppers. I'm gonna show you guys how easy and quick these are. So to start things off, we're gonna be hollowing out the bell peppers. I've already hollowed out a lot of them already, just to save some time, but here is how we do it. So on the top here, we're just gonna be cutting off the top so we can hollow out the inside. There we go. And then we don't want these tipping the oven, so I'm just gonna square off the bottom a little bit. I'm just gonna show you guys here. Bam. So it sits just like that. I got the oven preset at 350 right now. So I'm just gonna put these all on the baking sheet here. And we're gonna toss this in the oven. All right, next up we're gonna be starting the filling. So I got the oven on, let's see, medium heat here. I'm just gonna be tossing a tablespoon of butter right in the pan there. We got 1 cup of the onion here. I have them pre-diced. Just to save them some time. And the goal here is we're just trying to get them translucent just so we can get the beef in there. So just go ahead and mix that up. Let that saute until it starts turning translucent. And you want to keep everything going here and stirring because you don't want anything to be sticking to the pan. Alright, while that's going, I'm going to show you guys what else we have. We got 3 pounds of ground beef here. We don't want to break the ground beef too much because we do want some crunch on that ground beef. So I'm going to leave it at this kind of flatness right now. I'm not going to break it up into little pieces just yet. I think we'll use a little bit more ground beef here. Alright, this is browning up pretty nice. Yep. Alright, sorry, I'm just checking if it's browning up. Yep, that's what we're looking for. I'm gonna flip a lot of this over. Onions are getting pretty translucent as well. These onions are looking really good, to be honest. Oh, I'm spilling a lot here, but what's a good dish without a little mess, right? And everything's cooked here when everything, is brown and looks cooked, right? Alrighty, so this is still cooking here. We're just gonna toss in a tablespoon, or about a tablespoon of the minced garlic here. We're just gonna sprinkle that in. Just gonna get a little paper towel to get all this. Alright, let's give that a little stir. And while this meat's cooking, we do want to check on those bell peppers. We only want to have them in there for about 15 minutes, so I'm just going to check them really quick. Yeah, they're not quite done yet, so we're just going to leave them in there for just a second longer. I personally like to set a timer. I do have a timer on currently for 15 minutes. Well, we can see this filling is almost done here. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to toss in some of our tomato paste. Now you only want to put about 2 to 3 ounces in here. Again, I'll have that in the description. Awesome. Mix that up a little bit. Ooh, look at those onions. I'm sure you can see it on camp here. These are really, really nice. They're coming out great. Alrighty, so I think the meat here is looking very cooked right now. So we're gonna lower the heat. I'm lowering the heat to about a nice low simmer. Set this aside. I strongly recommend grated cheese. So get the block, grate some cheese. Don't buy the packet. It's just this way. It's more fresh. It tastes better. I promise you, it's worth it. I promise you. Go and sprinkle that in. Again, the heat is lowering, so we don't have to stir right away. Awesome. That is 1.5 cups. Oh, and I think that was my alarm. My alarm's going off for the bell peppers, so we'll check that in just a second. And you can always play around with this too. Like, you can take my recipe, you can put some bacon in here. I've once put some Spam in here. Just play with a little bit, you know? It's not baking. You don't have to be very precise with it. All right, we're gonna set that off to the side, off to the burner. I'm gonna turn the burner off. So I think these are done. Oh yeah. So how can we tell these are done? They seem to be a little bit squishy. Sweet. I'm gonna space them out because we're gonna put filling in these in a little second. We're gonna let these cool off a little bit so we can handle them. Next up, we're gonna be doing this filling. So I got the pan here of the meat, tomato paste, or the onions. So we're just gonna put that straight up in this bowl. Awesome. Up next here, we got some jasmine rice. You can use any rice you want. If you want to be healthier, use brown rice. I sometimes use basmati rice. I think that's a little fun to use sometimes. But jasmine rice is what I'm using for this time. Alrighty, so we're just gonna mix that up a little bit. Awesome. Just get everything nice and incorporated. That is the finished product of the filling. Oh, doesn't that look so good? Oh my gosh. I am so hungry right now just looking at that. So we're just gonna take our bell peppers. Yes, some of them have holes in the bottom, but it is okay. It does not have to be perfect. We're just gonna put that right in there. Fill that up to the brim. Put that right on the pan. And let me fill the rest of these, of course. I wanted to reach for the cheese. I wanted to put the cheese on top. Well, we're doing that in a second. Awesome, we got them all stuffed. And now, the final part, we gotta sprinkle some cheese. So I told you guys to save about 1/2 cup of that mozzarella cheese for the end part here. And this is what it's for. We're gonna get some nice, crispy cheese to go on top of this. And it's gonna be good. Awesome. Again, I still have that oven set on 350. So I'm just gonna toss these in real quick. Alrighty, let's pop these in the oven. Give them a good 15 minutes, and I'll be right back. After about 15 minutes, we got that nice cheese crust on there. I'm here with my dad. We're gonna be eating these stuffed bell peppers.
Happy to get the invite. Looks good. I smell it. It smells delicious. Mmm. Super delish.
Oh yeah, that's the best. That's gotta be the best.
Thank you, Brandon.
Cheers. And remember, savor the journey, savor the flavor.